Welcome to the Patriot Training YouTube channel. My name is Clay Howell. I'm the owner and head firearms instructor at Patriot Training. The topic of this video is home-built rifles. A few years back, a major firearms school put out a video on YouTube saying that they were no longer going to allow home-built rifles. And of course, there was a lot of drama about this, that, and the other. And my policy at Patriot Training has always been that we welcome your home-built rifles. And there's several reasons for this. Number one, there's a couple of factories out there that put out some really questionable material. And I can promise you that if I've ever built a rifle for you, and I've built over 100 different rifles for people, I promise you if I've ever built a rifle for you, what you have is better than that garbage. That's for sure. So that said, I know that not all home builds are necessarily done correctly. And, if it's your first time building a rifle, hey, let me know. There's no shame in it. I just want to know before the class starts so that we can be prepared. And one of the things I do, especially in a rifle class, is I make sure that you have a backup plan. You are covered. So I carry with me a couple, 3, maybe more rifles to each class that could be used as backups in case somebody's rifle goes down. And I've seen it so many times that my instructors and we almost kind of laugh about it tongue-in-cheek. And we say it's not a question of if somebody's rifle is going to go down, it's a question of whose. And sometimes we take little side wagers with one another off to the side at the beginning of class. Once we've inspected everybody's equipment, we say, okay, that optic's going down, that rifle might not last, that sort of thing. We'll talk about that to each other. And it's not the thems versus the pores. It's not belittling someone. It's, hey, I know if you show up with a true glow optic on your rifle, I know that thing is going to lose 0 before noon on day one. It's not going to be a great weekend, and so I'm going to bring a rifle in that's got a decent optic, something that's been through the ringer a few times. So yeah, bring your home-built rifles. And the fun thing is because of that, because I'm an AR-15 armorer, because at least 2 of my other instructors are either Glock armorers, AR-15 armorers, or what have you, I do bring a certain amount of tools, and we can see to that, maybe fix it after class or during a time when the other instructor is teaching or something like that. We might be able to find a time to fix it. Of course, if it requires extra parts, that might be a little bit problematic, but my purpose is I want you to be able to depend on that rifle with your life, because that's why you bought it. So we're going to do everything within our power to make that happen that day, and make sure that you have a positive experience. And this brings up the flip side of that. Many times, like every single rifle class, we have to bring out a loaner, and it's like clockwork. The class is that I've had 2 or 3 of them where we didn't. It was actually one of those situations where it was either a high-end sniper class that costs a little bit more and people were bringing higher dollar equipment, or it's been like a smaller class where it's just a couple of people and they were already experienced. It's been very, very few and very far between that we've had a class where a rifle or an optic didn't go down. And so many people feel like if that happens, if their rifle has to get taken off the line for some reason, they feel like they failed somehow. No, you didn't fail. Did you buy the best quality? No, probably not, but you probably knew that. You were probably trying to balance that saving a buck with, something that you felt was good enough. And understand that good enough never is. And so when I put a loaner rifle in your hands, one of the things that I'm doing is I'm putting something in your hands that I know is going to work. And then secondly, there might be gear that I'm testing out as well. And understand if I'm testing out that gear, I have backup for that. So, and it's not feasible for every person who comes to a rifle class to have a second or third rifle. But as an instructor, I do keep a few extra online. Maybe if I ever get real big, maybe I'll just have a whole line of rifles that are all, high quality and have the exact same optic and they're zeroed and everything. Just take one off the shelf and use that maybe one day. So yeah, so don't feel like if your rifle has to get taken off the line that you are somehow lesser of a person or something like that. That's just not the case. Equipment either functions or fails to function, and we will give you some good pointers. That's the thing, is we are there to give you some good pointers as to how you can make that better, how we can help you make that better if we're able to fix whatever the problem is, and maybe some better equipment that you might be able to purchase. If your optic went down, we'll talk to you about some good optic choices and things of that sort. So we're there to help you. We're there to build you up. We're there to make you a good rifleman, and that's our purpose. I understand why people would say you can't bring X, you can't bring Y, and I get it. I really do. And I'm sure that instructors that do that, in their mind, they're kind of doing the same thing that most of us do when we ban Serpas and things of that sort. They're trying to keep the dangerous stuff away, and I do get that point of view. It's just that because our instructors understand the rifle inside and out, we have the expertise and the ability to help you out and to build your rifle up into something that's going to be more reliable. So whether that be the optic or some of the internals or what have you. So that said, that's what you're getting at a Patriot Training class. Well, that covers it for this video, my friends. I'd like to ask, if you would, please hit like and subscribe. Click that notification bell so that you get notified every time there's a new Patriot Training YouTube video. And I need to remind you that you do not have to be a Patriot to train, but you do have to train to be a Patriot. Take care.